Brrr! Hi! Howdy, hello. Welcome to Fit and Free with me, Angel. Most of you already know that. It's chilly in here in the Head Hutt, but I'm going to, as usual, do a little body checking. And as usual, I invite you to join me if you feel like it, to whatever degree you feel like it. I'm trying to see if my shirt is buttoned up properly before I unbutton it. It's a good time to remind you there's not one right way, not one wrong way to check in with your body. Do a little stretching, a little strengthening, a little letting go of stress. That's my main objective. And you don't have to brush your hair or have any special outfit on or hand build yourself a one-of-a-kind dome in order to give yourself a little love. Indulge in a heavy sigh or two. Just gather up some stresses and set them down or toss them or let them go. There'll be new stresses on the way. You don't need to worry about that. Oh, I forgot I had a short shirt on. That's why I'm chilly, isn't it? That's right. Let's check in with the body. My body is feeling much better, I'm happy to say. Got my first day of snowboarding on yesterday. Feeling nice and stiff and reminded of how out of shape I am, which is a lovely thing to be able to experience every season, except for that one season. The season that shall not be mentioned at the moment. As usual, I'm still silly. Needn't worry about that. Thank you. And also still singing my life best I can. Thank you for the love. I do appreciate it. I'm just gonna do a little stretching of these arms since I mentioned all that stiffness, and they are a stiff. The whole body is. I managed to squeeze 15 runs into, what was it, less than 4 hours yesterday. If you're feeling awesome, put your hands in the air, turn your hands around, pat yourself on the back. I like saying that and doing it. As my friend Tony would say, you're worthy of it. Little back patting. It's like rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time. Or vice versa. Maybe we'll try that here in a little bit. My stiff arms would say, good luck with that. Anyway, to get a little more precise on the stiff arm stretching, I bring this left arm across again, holding it with the right. And then let's wiggle that shoulder around. Ooh, I got a lot of ka-chunks in there. And wiggle that wrist around. And wiggle the shoulder around, and then I'm going to let that go. Bringing this right arm across the body, holding it with the left. And then on this side, wiggling the shoulder around, wiggling the wrist around. Just loosening up the arm and the shoulder girdle and the back a little bit. Giving the spine a little twist. I got a lot of rigorous sighing in me today, so that's just how it's gonna be. I'm feeling the need for a forward fold, so I'm gonna have to step way back here and try to yell at you because I didn't bring my lav mic. I'm gonna take a breath or so just to bring my attention into the bottoms of my feet, root myself into the center of the earth. Attach myself to the center of the sky somewhere, and then making sure not to lock those knees, I'm going to swan dive down with a relatively flat back, not from the waist, but from the hips. That's way down here. And hanging from those hips, relaxing the belly, relaxing the back, just enjoying a nice forward fold. And then I'm going to bend the knees, swing the arms back, lifting the arms, eyes and chest, pushing the belly and the hips forward. Just enjoying a nice counter stretch. coming back to neutral. Adjust the breeches and the shirt. Yeah, I realize that's far away from the camera. I'm still working. How long has it been? 6 years I've been working on my camera angles. Maybe I'll get it right. Probably about the time I do, things will change in my experience. That's what's true. I'm going to do some finger checking. They're stiff too. Every little part of me is pleasantly stiff. Happy to say, give those fingers a stretch. I got some river time. I got some soaking time. I got some shift your perspective time. Some lift me up the side of a mountain 15 times time. Some time on my snowboard pushing snow. It's good. Goody good. Let's do shoulder rolls. First, some medium circles. Just trying to breathe and smile along with that. Let's make those big arm circles. Breathing in lightheartedness. Breathing out gratitude. Breathing in love. Breathing out love. Let's go the other way. Breathing in acceptance. Breathing out excess. Breathing in flow. Breathing out stagnation. Just shake some of that out. I'm going to do just a little concentrated breathing for good measure. Bring the whole body back into a little bit of a more coherent state before I stand on my head. That's what's next on my agenda. Anyhow, I'm going to be focusing on trying to just expand the lungs on the inhale. So dropping the diaphragm. Sometimes that helps me to like pooch the belly out intentionally just to give room there for the diaphragm to drop down. I'm also going to be focused on expanding the rib cage that way. And then also a little bit on lifting the top ribs as I lift the arms. All that's going to create more space for air in the lungs. And then on the exhale, I'm going to be actually focusing more on the exhale than the inhale. I'm going to really try to push up with the diaphragm, pull in with the belly, squeeze the rib cage, make sure and drop the shoulders, really squeezing all the air out of the lungs to allow them to re-inflate fully. So again, I'm going to be focusing more on the exhale than the inhale, but in general, just full expansion of the lungs and full contraction of the lungs. I invite you to join me if you feel like it. I'm going to keep my hands right here for the first few breaths, and then I'm going to be lifting and lowering them. So helps to pause and swallow at the bottom of that contraction. Just shake that out, letting go of any tension that has tried to accumulate even in that short time. I find tension attracts tension, so it's good to catch it early and just wring some of it out, let some of it go. In that spirit, I'm going to do a little twisting, wringing out the organs, wringing out the spine a little bit. Let's add just a little check with the neck. We'll do a quick body check, top to bottom. How about checking in with the neck? Yep, got some crunchies in there. You go at your own pace. I'm going quick because I feel like it. Let's do some bicycles with the shoulders and the other way. Again, just checking those out. Do back and forth this way, just loosening up the shoulder girdle. I'm going to do some hip sways, just real casual and quick like. Again, bringing that check. I'm actually going to do some hip slides. That brings some stretch into the torso. And then some pushing into the hip socket, bringing that stretch down. Hang on, I'm feeling a need to stretch the sides of the body before I get too much further down. We'll do a little of that, pushing into those hips and curving to the side. And another britches adjustment. Now I'm going to come into a straddle position and do some hip dips there, bringing that stretch down into the inner thighs. A little bit onto the exterior thighs. It's not the proper terminology, is it? Is it? You don't know, do you? It's all fantastic, I say. I'm going to come back to bringing the feet under the hips, bring my weight onto the right, bring this left knee up toward left shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under a little bit, and let's do a little ankle check. Heck, let's wrap up with some small, medium, and large circles on this side, going the other way with some small circles. Checking in with those stiff ankles. Do some medium circles from the knee. I encourage you to get creative with small, medium, and large, and left and right, and top and bottom, and big and small, all those kind of ways to explore movement, stretching and strengthening and balancing the body. These are my big circles from the hip. Still trying to relax that supporting side, using my imaginary doorway or my real doorway if need be. Remembering to relax the bottoms of the feet and bend your knees and tuck and roll if you go over. Don't go over though. It's not prudent. Wouldn't be prudent. I'm going to bring weight onto the left and bring this right knee up toward right shoulder. Again, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under a little bit. Just enjoy a breath or so, relaxing that supporting side. And then I'm going to do some small, medium, and large circles on this side. Just dislodging stagnation, encouraging flow. Let's go the other way. Listening to the body past the snap, crackles, and pops and ka-chunks, although it's good to note those as well, but more like listening on a cellular level to see how the body's doing. It's doing better and better. I've set my intention on healing for this last little bit of segment all the way till the winter solstice. Those are medium circles. Let's do some big ones. And I'm happy to say my body is responding well to that priority intention. Big circles from the hips. And that includes a lot more relaxing, a lot more letting go of stress, a lot more checking my mindset, and a lot more basking in the sunshine. And quite a bit less dairy and sugar and flour and oil. But hey, whatever works, right? It's a work in progress. I'm going to just wrap this up with a little more free arm swinging. I thank you for joining me if you have. Thank you for being you. and letting me be me. I remind you, you are worthy of your own unconditional love. So I hope you're giving yourself some. Hope you're listening to your own body. Finding reasons to smile and things to be grateful for. Happy December. I'll be seeing you. Ciao for now.